Hey, Monty Fuller here to give you a heads up on what's really going on with your relationships. Just keep in mind that this is a general reading, and if it resonates, that's awesome, and if it doesn't, then it's not for you. So let's start with Aries for September 25th. What's going on with our Aries, September 25th? Aries, love life, September 25th. Aries in love. Aries in love. Okay. Energy between you and another person, Temperance card. Okay, so Aries, it looks like you've got the Seven of Cups here. It looks like you're looking at other options right now for your relationship. And your partner got the Wheel of Fortune. The partner feels like there's big changes coming up. And it doesn't feel like a good change. You've got the Five of Swords here. It's very reflective, isn't it? You've got the Five of Swords there, which feels like somebody is bullying your partner, and it just isn't a nice feeling that they have in this relationship. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles has to do with nurturing, taking care of your own needs, looking at your own options. It looks like Aries is being a bit selfish at the moment. They are not even focusing on the relationship that they have with their partner. And where's this relationship going? Right now, you've got the Lovers for the partner. You got the Devil for Aries. And you've got the Five of Cups in the middle. So I don't get a good feeling about this at all. It doesn't feel like this relationship is going anywhere other than splitting up. So you're not quite there yet, Aries, because you've got the Temperance card between you. So there's a certain, you've put the relationship on hold while you're figuring things out. But there's definitely a feeling in your partner that big change is coming. They can see it coming, and your attention is going elsewhere for sure. So it looks to me like you're just about to split up. Kind of a sad reading, but that's what it looks like right now. So let's see if there is any advice for Aries. Advice for Aries, 9/25/2019. Advice for Aries about their relationship. Advice for Aries. Okay, the overall energy for the advice is the Moon, which means that Aries doesn't really know what they want or what they're doing or where they're going, and they are aware that you're offering them love, and they also have their eye on their business, what they're going to do with the King of Pentacles. They're looking for opportunities to make money. And in the center of the advice, there's the Justice card, which basically means that Aries has to do what feels right to them. They don't quite know what that is at this point, and that's probably why the relationship feels really wobbly. But the core of the issue is to figure out what is right for you, Aries. Next, we have Taurus. What's happening for Taurus? 9/25/2019. Love reading for Taurus. What's going on with Taurus relationships? One more. Energy between you and another person, Knight of Pentacles. It means that you're not really moving along at all. You're just kind of sitting on your horse there, looking at the situation. You don't really know where you're going with this. Okay. Your partner, Taurus, is very much focused on their own work. You got the Eight of Pentacles there, and you also got the High Priestess. They are going with their intuition and doing what feels right for them. And you got the Queen of Wands. That's how you feel about the relationship. You're still attracted to this person, and you want to go with your passions, and you want another chance with them. You got the Ace of Cups here. And when you look at what the relationship, where the relationship is going, you got the Ten of Cups, you've got the Judgment card, and you've got the Three of Wands, which means that you definitely want a second chance with this person wherever it's going. You just want to forgive and forget about the past and give it another go. So let's look at some advice for Taurus. Advice for Taurus. Okay, the advice for Taurus is to move on, to get out of this situation that you feel stuck in. You feel stuck because your partner isn't really paying any attention to you right now. They have other things on their minds, and it makes you feel like you can't move forward and you can't really let go and forget about them either, even though you feel like this is not a satisfying situation. But it helps you, it's helping you find your inner strength. And it basically says the best thing you can do is to just move on. You got the Six of Swords here with a person in the boat moving to a better place. So, and you've got at the core of the advice, you've got the Eight of Swords, which means that you have the ability to free yourself. And you also have the Eight card, which is strength. So eight has to do with finding your power. So right now you feel like you've lost your power and you have to find your power again. And if that means that you have to let go and move on, or if that means that you have to free yourself from a situation that you're not very happy about, then so be it. That's the advice for Taurus. So then we have Gemini. What's happening with Gemini? Relationships with Gemini, 9/25/2019. Gemini in love. What's going on with Geminis and their relationships? Okay, here we go. Gemini. You got the Queen of Swords between, that's your energy between you and another person. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. Because you got the Queen of Swords between you, so that means that you want to communicate with each other, but it's not necessarily going to be a nice communication, because the Queen of Swords can be very snarky and very sharp with her words. So it wouldn't surprise me if it was a slightly heated discussion. And your partner feels like Knight of Pentacles. Partner is sitting on a horse, doesn't really move forward. Gemini, you want to have a family life. You got Ten of Cups here. You feel like having a family with this person, and this person is kind of just putting the brakes on and holding back and not really being there for you. And you're getting kind of tired about that. The the person in your life wants you to be the magician. They want you to make everything happen for them. It's one of those situations where you have to take care of everything if you want that relationship to happen. And how do you feel about that? Four of Cups, you're not really happy about that situation. It doesn't feel satisfying to you that everything is up to you and the other person just has their brakes on and is not really saying yes to anything. And not really moving forwards to you either. But it's not as easy to let go of the relationship as you would think. You both think that the relationship is everything you've ever wanted. And you've got the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, which means that you're dealing with a soulmate relationship here. But soulmate relationships are never as fun or as romantic as people think. They are difficult and hard, and with soulmate relationships, you usually learn most of your lessons when you're going through a time of separation. That's when you really get what the soulmate relationship is supposed to teach you. So right now, we're talking a runner and a chaser. So when you're looking at where the energy is going in the relationship, you have the 10 of Pentacles in between the two of you, which means that both of you see the relationship as what you've always wanted. And you also have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, which means that this is the soulmate relationship, most likely. Because usually when you get a true couple in the spread like this, it's because it's a soulmate connection, soulmate relationship. But obviously you're not quite on the same page. So here's how your partner feels, and here's how you feel. This is your partner. This is you. Your partner sits on the horse and has put the brakes on, and you would like to just move forward and make this the best relationship you can possibly imagine. And your partner wants you to be the magician and make all the magic happen, and you feel resistance and resentment towards that. You're not happy about having to do everything to make this relationship work, because the relationship is two people working together, not just one person doing everything for the other. So even though it's a soulmate relationship, you're kind of getting cold feet a little bit. You're not sure if that is really what you want, and you definitely have to talk about it if this is where it's going. So let's see what kind of advice we have to offer Gemini. Advice for Gemini, 9/25/2019. Advice for Gemini, relationship. Two more. Advice for Gemini. So the core here is the Strength card. Gemini, you have to find your strength. And you can't let anyone manipulate you into something you don't want to do. You got the Seven of Swords there. You have also the High Priestess that tells you to listen to your intuition. And the Queen of Pentacles that tells you to nurture yourself and take care of your own needs. So this is not just about saving the relationship and doing everything for somebody else. This is also about what feels good to you. And only you can tell what that is. Listen to your intuition. Find your inner strength. There you go. Cancer. What's happening with Cancer? 9/25/2019. Cancer in love. Cancer in love. What's going on between you and another person? One more. That's it. Cancer and another person. Relationships are never easy. That I know. So you've got very creative energy between you and another person. You got the Empress here. And the other person feels like they're being attacked. It's kind of hard to tell if they're being attacked by you or by somebody else, but they're in a very defensive mode. And you feel very hopeful because you have the Star card here. So it's interesting. They feel defensive, you feel hopeful. You're not quite on the same page there. They also have the Four of Pentacles. They're not really super excited about sharing with you, and you have the Ten of Swords, which means that you're kind of starting to feel like a victim. So there's definitely some kind of conflict between the two of you. You can tell that you're not quite on the same page. Where's this relationship going? Well, your partner wants to do what's right. And it's probably what's right for them. And you want a new beginning. And in the meantime, you just have to both focus on your work. So your partner is basically trying to figure out what is right for them. And you just have to wait and see what's going on. If you feel like it, even though you're hopeful, you're still feeling like this other person is not really that good for you. Maybe you haven't really totally admitted it to yourself yet, but if a person is defensive and doesn't want to share with you, what kind of relationship are you going to have? That's a good question to ask yourself. So even though there's creative energy between you, there's also all this other murky crap that's kind of under the surface a little bit. So let's see what kind of advice we can give for Cancer. Advice for Cancer. Oh. Okay, Cancer. At the top of your advice, you got the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands is like the point of no return. You have gotten so far that you have to decide if you're in or out, or if you're committed, or if you're just going to forget about this person. So you haven't totally made a commitment yet. And now it's come up to that point where you have to decide if this is worth pursuing or not. It could be seen as a warning sign as well. And then you have the Four of Wands, which is celebration. You have the Death card, which is the end of things that don't benefit you. And you've got the Eight of Wands, which has to do with answers coming. So it looks to me like you're in a big transition right now when it comes to this relationship. You're just about to figure out if you want to break up with this person or if you want to be all in. So we're just going to have to wait and see how that evolves. Because right now, the answer is not clear. But the Death card definitely brings transformation. So we'll see what happens. So then we got Leo. What's happening with my Leos? Leo in love. Leo rules the heart. Leos are all brave and bold. So let's see what's going on in your relationship. Leo, 9/25, 2019. One more. Leo. Leo in love. Okay, energy between you and another person. You got the Five of Wands. It's kind of bickery, irritating, focusing on things you don't like about each other. How do you feel? Uh-oh. Okay, where's the relationship going? Okay, so you guys are having some issues, definitely. And your partner is going with their intuition. You have the two of the high priestess here. And you feel like you're left out in the cold. There's the Five of Cups. You're not very happy with where the relationship is going. And your partner has the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak. So And you have a choice to make. You got the Two of Swords here. So either you have broken up or you can both see it coming. This is not looking too good. Definitely not looking too good. So the lesson here is to find your inner strength and to put what you want into the universe. The magician is creating through intention. And so whatever you really truly want is what the universe is responding to. You may not be able to admit that to yourself or to your partner, but just so you know. And the outcome is Seven of Wands, which is a person that is defending what they have created. There's definitely some fighting energy, some unrest, some heartbreak, some choices to be made, and nobody feeling happy in this relationship. So maybe it's for the best that things are kind of just falling apart right now. So let's see, what else do we have? Virgo. What is happening with my Virgos? Any happy relationships out there? I would love to know if there is any. Okay, Virgo, in love, relationship reading for 9/25/2019. What do you have to say to Virgo? Lots of energy in these cards. All right. Okay, energy between you and another person. You got the Emperor. Somebody wants to be in charge. Let's find out who it is. Okay, so your partner, Virgo, wants to be a hermit right now. They've kind of got your back to you. Even though you're on your horse and you want to come and see them, they're not going to really be open to that. So it looks like they're basically more interested in just being alone and walking their own paths right now. They want to talk to you, though. There's the King of Swords. They just don't want to be with you. And you just want to be happy. You just want to have fun together and be happy. And I'm not sure if this is the right person to do that with. When we look at where the relationship is going, there's definitely an opportunity there for long-term commitment. But your partner is feeling very vague about the whole thing. They really don't know where they want this to go. And you want it to be super creative and fun and something great to come out of it. So you're really not on the same page here. Let's see what kind of advice we have to give Virgo. Advice for Virgo, 9/25/2019. Ah, there's so much energy in these cards. They're just jumping all over the place. What is going on? Advice for Virgo. Temperance, Ace of Swords, Hangman, and Three of Pentacles. So basically, you've both put this relationship on hold, got the Temperance card between the two of you. It means you have to be patient. Neither one of you knows exactly where this relationship is going right now. It's almost like your partner needs more space on their own, and even though you don't want the space and you want to have a relationship and have fun and talk and be with them, they're not really open to you right now. The partner has the Ace of Swords. They want a new beginning. You have the Three of Pentacles. You're working. Maybe your partner is upset because you're working too much, and in between the two of you, you have the Hangman. So the Hangman and Temperance card. At the same time, that just means one thing. You can't move forward. You can't let go. You can't really do anything. You just have to be there, hang from the tree, and be patient. very boring, but possibly transforming. Just wait and see. That's all I can say on this one. So we got the Libras. Let's see what the Libras are up to. Libra in love, 9/25, 2019. Let's see what's up, Libras. What is going on with your relationships? Relationship reading for Libra. 1, 2, one more, 3. Relationship reading for Libra. Overall energy, you got the Fool. How do you feel? Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. What do you want? 10 of Wands and Queen of Swords. Okay, so the Fool energy between the two of you means that you're ready to just kind of walk into the world and explore everything and see what's there and not think too much, not plan too much, just kind of take a jump into the unknown. This is not the best card for relationships, to be honest. It doesn't really work that well. There's not much commitment in the Fool. He can change his mind just like the wind changes. So your partner has the Ace of Pentacles, which means they want a new beginning with you and they have a feeling that it could have potential for a long-term commitment. But what do they want? You've got the 10 of Wands. They want your help. They want some help doing something. They just feel overloaded and overwhelmed and just overloaded, overwhelmed, burnt out. So they don't really have much energy to spare and to share right now and to put into the relationship. And you, Libra, you have the Knight of Swords here. You definitely want to talk to this person and you want to move forward really quickly. And you also have the Queen of Swords. You're really into communication. It's not so much of a sexual relationship happening right now. You are more interested in communication, talking. The swords are so good with words. You can never win an argument with the sword. So yeah. So where's this relationship going? Your partner has the 6 of Cups, which means that they're not really looking forward at all. They're looking back into their past about things that have been and things that they liked in the past, and they're not so sure where they're going right now. You have the 7 of Pentacles. It means that you're hoping for great things for this relationship to evolve into. But right now, you've got the 7 of Cups in between the two of you, which means that you're both looking at opportunities, other options. And 7 is an unstable number. You cannot really build a relationship on 7. 7 has to do with lack of trust, lack of faith, not really trusting that things are working out for you. You know, kind of holding back a little bit. There's a feeling that you have to hold back a little bit because you don't know if you can trust the other person to be there for you or to be there in the way that you want them to be. And this is why you want all this communication to happen. You just can't really feel safe unless you know what page the other person is on and you've talked about it until the cows come home. You have to process it together and make absolutely sure that you know where that person is at. And the fact that you have the Fool between the two of you, the Fool energy, it doesn't look like you're either one of you are really ready to settle down and be in a committed relationship right now. But we're still going to do the advice for Libra. Advice for Libra. Advice about relationships for Libra. Advice. Okay, so you got the Emperor first, which means that you want to define the relationship. You want to be very clear about the rules and the expectations that go with it. And that's probably why you need all that communication to happen, so that you can be on the same page about what kind of rules and regulations you want to live under. And you also have the Temperance card, so neither one of you are really ready to just jump into something right now. You have the Six of Wands, which means that you're working on things like something that can give you recognition from others. So it's almost like your energy is going off in different directions a little bit. And you have the Three of Wands, which means that neither one of you have actually committed to this relationship yet. You have to figure out if you're all in or if you're just going to drop it. So it's a wait and see situation, and still no commitment happening. Scorpio, what's happening with you? Scorpio in love. What is happening with Scorpio relationships? 9/25/2019. What is happening? Scorpio relationships. Okay. Things are falling out. All right. Relationships with Scorpio. Huh. Okay, so you got the Page of Cups between you and another person, which means there's an offering of love there. And your partner has the Two of Cups. This is how they feel towards you. They feel like that you could be a good partner for them. And this is how you feel about them. Ace of Wands. You could totally see a new beginning there, and you're very attracted to them as a partner. And you have your partner has the Empress here. The Empress is very sensual, sexual, creative. It's a very positive card. It's a good card for relationships. And you have the Three of Cups, which is also a good card for relationships. So it looks like you guys are on the same page. It looks like you're both interested in being with each other. Where's this relationship going? Your partner has the Tower, which means that they're really, really scared that this isn't going to be able to stay together. They're afraid to get hurt. They're afraid that the relationship isn't going to be as solid as they want it to be. So there's some fear in there that makes them pull away a little bit from you, even though they're really attracted to you and you are everything that they ever wanted. You got the Nine of Pentacles here. They have high thoughts about you. And you have the Hierophant here. You are either promoting traditional values or you're being extremely rebellious. My feeling is that you're being rebellious here and just breaking all the rules, and you're scaring your partner. So they're not sure where to go with this, even though they are attracted and they want to be with you, but you have scared the socks off of them. So let's see what happens if we ask for some advice. And it doesn't surprise me, because Scorpios can be intense sometimes, and for non-Scorpios that can be extremely intimidating. And I think your partner has become very intimidated, even though the partnership has a great potential for being a good thing. So let's do advice for Scorpio. Advice for Scorpio. Let's see. Okay. So you got the Ace of Swords at the top of the advice. So this is definitely a new beginning, and you need to talk about it because you've already intimidated and scared your partner. So you need to talk about it. There's also the Ace of Pentacles. So these cards both show great potential for a new beginning. But you have the Five of Pentacles as well. So your partner is afraid that the relationship is going to blow up and they're going to get hurt, but they don't want to forget about you. So you got the Eight of of Swords too, there's kind of a feeling of stuckness in the situation because you want to move forward. They are holding back and blocking you and not sure and being all wobbly about this. So once you take off your bandages and you can see the path, you can walk that path. So right now you can't see it, so you have to just give yourself a little bit of time to come up with some kind of solution, maybe just talk to each other and define things so that your partner can feel more at ease, but it definitely has potential for becoming something good. So we've got Sagittarius next. What's happening with my Sagittarius? Relationship reading for Sagittarius. What's going on? Three more. 1, 2, 3. Sagittarius relationship. Ooh, that is jumping. That was the Ace of Wands jumping out. Okay. So you got the Wheel of Fortune at the top of the reading. This is energy between you and another person, Wheel of Fortune. You're both feeling that a change is coming up. And change is always uncomfortable. You don't know where it's going to go and what's going to happen. Your partner feels that the relationship definitely has a potential for a long-term connection. And so do you. There's the King of Pentacles too. Pentacles always have to do with feeling safe. You both want to feel safe. And it's funny, when you have the Wheel of Fortune turning, you're not going to feel safe because you don't know how it's going to turn or what's going to happen. So you have two different ways of dealing with that. Your partner will just focus on their work. 8 of Pentacles. They will put all their energy into their work. That's how they feel safe. And you just want something to transform because you don't like the situation the way it is. The Death card will also always wipe out whatever it is that doesn't benefit you. So where is this relationship going? Your partner feels a little bit like a victim. There's 10 of Swords there. And there's King of Cups between you. So there's definitely love there. And then there's the Queen of Swords. So you want to talk to your partner about these feelings that they have, because escaping into work just to avoid issues and confrontations is not really the way to make your relationship work. And when you're going through a big change, when the Death card is coming up and the Wheel of Fortune is coming up and there's a big change going on, you have to be able to meet each other in that change. You can't just run away or avoid the issue. That's not going to go anywhere good. So let's see what kind of advice we can give to our Sagittarius. Advice for Sagittarius. Advice for Sagittarius. Okay, we're almost there. Ooh, you got the Tower, the Knight of Swords, the World card, and the 7 of Wands. You guys are in for some kind of big transformation. The Tower will basically wipe out everything that is built on a foundation that's not very solid. So if there's anything wobbly in your relationship, it's definitely going to come up when you're going through this kind of change. You got the Knight of Swords and you got 7 of Wands. So one person is attacking and the other one feels attacked and will be defensive. So you guys have some kind of an issue right now where one person really wants to communicate and the other person is defending themselves and really don't want to. They just want to avoid the whole thing. And between you, you have the World card. It's almost like you have to branch out and connect to other people a little bit and take a little break from each other. Because when the Tower comes in and starts wiping things out, everything feels like chaos. And sometimes you just have to take a break from the chaos. You can't always talk your way through it. Take a break, let the emotions calm down, and then come back and see if you can talk about it. But you're definitely going through some kind of huge transition, change, Death card, Tower, that kind of thing. So good luck with that. Next, we're doing Capricorn. What's happening with our Cappies? Capricorn relationship reading for 9/25/2019. Capricorn relationship 2019, 9/25. Okay, energy between you and another person. You got the Temperance card. How do you feel about each other? One is really, really worried about everything. 9 of Swords. The other person is 9 of Pentacles. They think they're doing pretty good. So you guys are not on the same page at all. And your partner has, what do they want? They want the harvest to come through sometime in the future. They still have a positive feeling about the future. And what do you want for the future? You just want to win. You got the 5 of Wands. There's worry, there's fight, there's just, you're just not on the same page, Capricorn. And there's Temperance card, and then there's Knight of Pentacles. You put everything on hold, you're juggling things. You definitely want a second chance with this person. The other person doesn't really know what they want. They're sitting on the horse. There's Knight of Pentacles. They're sitting on the horse. They don't want to move forward. You're just so busy. It's hard to find time to actually deal with a relationship. And something is bugging your partner really bad. The 9 of Swords, anguish, wondering what's going on, wondering where they're going and where the relationship is going. And the Temperance card between the two of you basically saying, just take a break, be a little bit patient, just let this calm down. You know, it's like a river that is all muddy. What's going to happen if you start walking in that? It's not going to clear up. You have to wait until the water clears up, and then you can see what's there. So let's see what advice we can give to our Capricorns. Other than be patient and take a break from each other. Okay, ready for the advice. Okay, so you got the Ace of Wands at the top of the reading. So instead of sorting out and working out what you already have, try to see it as a new beginning. So instead of molding and shaping the past and going into what happened and why it shouldn't have happened and all that kind of stuff, just prepare for a new beginning instead. It could be with a new person or it could be with the same person. Your partner has the 7 of Cups, so they might be looking for somebody new, and you have the 5 of Swords, so you're feeling like a bully and kind of wants to attack the person. And then there's the Knight of Cups in between. So there's still love between the two of you. You can still make a new beginning between you, but you have to be careful because right now you're going down the wrong track and there's kind of a nasty energy going on, kind of fighting and yeah, not really sweet, not really sweet. So if you imagine a new beginning and a new offering of love and starting over instead of being stuck in the past. That might be the best advice I can give you. So then we have the Aquarius. Relationship advice for Aquarius, 9/25/2019. What's happening with Aquarius? Aquarius in love. 3 more. Okay. Let's see. Energy between you and another person. We got the Hierophant. Okay, what do you feel? Magician and a 9 of Wands. One feels empowered, the other one feels completely worn out. What do you want? You want somebody to, your partner wants somebody to share with them, and you just want to be in charge. You're tired of fighting, you want to be in control. Let's see here. All right, so your partner wants to move forward and find more adventure in their lives, and you want a new beginning with them, and in between there's the heartbreak, 3 of Swords. So it looks to me like your partner feels empowered and they don't feel like you're giving them all their needs met right now. You're not fulfilling the needs that they have, and you feel drained because you feel like you've given too much to this relationship already, and you feel like you want to be more in control. But the way it's heading, it doesn't look too good. You want a new beginning with the person, the other person wants to move on, and there's heartbreak in between. So it looks like this relationship is going to go bye-bye pretty quick. The Hierophant at the top of the reading means that there is traditional values between you that you guys may not agree on. I get that your partner probably doesn't feel as strongly about those values as you do, and that is upsetting you. So let's see what kind of advice we can give to Aquarius. All right. Advice for Aquarius. Okay, so you got the 2 of Cups, which means partnership, and you got the 4 of Cups, which is also partnerships, and you got the 2 Queens, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Which means to me that there is hope for this relationship. Just don't do anything rash right now. Nurture yourself, nurture each other, and just wait and see. Because there's definitely still attraction and potential for partnership here. So don't give up quite yet. Last but not least, Pisces. Pisces in love. Let's see what's happening in Pisces relationships. Pisces relationship, 9/25/2019. Okay. Energy between you and another person. You got the Hierophant, those traditional values. Okay, how do you feel? You feel that the relationship is everything you've ever... your partner feels that the relationship is everything they've ever wanted, and you feel like the Hermit. But what does the partner want? He got the Moon card. The partner has the Moon card, he or she, which means that they don't really know what they want. Even though they have really high thoughts about who you are and what kind of a person you are and what kind of relationship they can have with you, they still are not sure what they want, which is frustrating for a Pisces. The Pisces has the Page of Wands. They're kind of looking at other options, maybe. Because, you know, that kind of wobbliness where you don't know, your partner doesn't know what they want, is frustrating. It's really frustrating for a Pisces to be in that position. So The partner has a tendency to think that the relationship is kind of not really going anywhere, or it's over. And because of that, Pisces feels stuck in the situation that they don't want to be in. They feel like they can't move forward, they can't let go, they can't do anything. And what they really want to is to move forward with this relationship. The other person also wants to move forward, but he doesn't know, or they don't know if it's the relationship or move forward in a different direction. They just can't make up their mind what they're going to do. So let's see what kind of advice. So there's something about traditional values that are coming in between the two of you in one way or another and breaking up your relationship. And it creates a conflict in your partner that makes it really hard for Pisces to know where they're at. Even though they're empaths and they usually know what's going on, it's still a situation that is very difficult to deal with because they can't really, it's not really up to them. It's up to the other person what's going to happen there. So we need some advice for Pisces. Okay, what's the best thing you can tell Pisces right now? All right. So right now it looks like the relationship is over. You got the Five of Pentacles. The two people are left out in the cold. But you also have the potential for celebration and fun and laughter. And you have the potential for a harvest in the future. And it really all comes down to how this Hierophant is going to mess up your relationship. So what does this mean? Even though it doesn't look very good right now, you guys have not forgotten about each other. You're still having hopes that maybe something's going to happen in the future. Maybe you're going to get back together. Maybe you can sort out this Hierophant thing, whatever that issue is. And something positive will happen in the future. There is definitely that possibility. So just hang loose and hope for the best. It's the best you can do, Pisces. And keep your frequency high. So that's it for now. If you like this video, please subscribe and put your thumbs up, and there will be more coming. Thank you. Bye.